So, do you believe in sex before marriage?
Oh, sex before marriage. I don't believe in sex before marriage.
Oh.
Hiya, how have you been? Well, I've been itching to at least come see you from TJ's World Entertainment, and I'm pretty sure you're happy to have us here.
Yes, hi, my name is Cici Jacobs. My friends call me Lady TJ, and welcome to TJ's World Entertainment.
My name is Jerry Krenzel. My friends call me Mr. Magic. So
Yes.
today is a case of to be or not to be.
So like we always say that is our topics can be entertaining, it can be educative. It can be
Let's put
something
it
that's trending.
edutainment.
But today's one is actually edutainment. You understand? And there's nothing but just to ask you a question, which we would appreciate you making your own comments, because it's going to be a bit debatable.
And your comments starts now.
So once we start, you like, share, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and make your comments.
So, what would it be? Will you rather you have sex before marriage or you have sex after getting married?
Yes.
Which do you think is the appropriate and the right thing to do?
Yes. I mean, there are pros and cons, but I would say it's better for you to have sex before marriage. But that's my own opinion, and I'll tell you why. But a lot of people will say biblically, you don't do that because it's not in the Bible. I don't know where it is in the Bible that says that you cannot have sex before marriage anyway.
I agree with you for once.
Yes.
At least from the inception of this program, I think we are agreeing on something.
Oh, come
Because,
on.
I mean, it goes without saying, will you just go to the car supermarket, buy a car without test driving the car?
Yeah, sometimes if they bring it to your house, you may not test drive it.
And then when you now buy the car, you paid for it, and you find out the engine has knocked, what would you do?
Okay. Don't mind Mr. Magic. It's just been funny. But the important thing is we need to know how you feel. Because for me, if you don't have sex before marriage, how are you going to know each other's prowess when it comes to sexual intercourse?
I am one of the women of God who thinks that before you marry a man, you must see his penis. You must see it, you must hold it, you must feel it, and make sure it's working. Why are you being like uncomfortable like that?
No, I want to make a point.
Take the cup.
Yes, you do. Let me drink water.
Sex is not the ultimate in a marriage. Please, don't get me wrong. But I think it is important for you to actually test what you're going to buy.
I agree with you. You see, the thing is this. I'm a child of the 60s, right? And when I was growing in the 60s, there was something called flower power, where we experimented with a lot of things, psychedelic drugs, LSDs, and all kind of things. And in came in that sexual freedom. And once you've tasted that ability to make love to somebody before you now go into... See, in this day and age, chivalry, morality, values are all lost.
They are all lost, you understand? And for you to have that emotional stability, I think it's important for you to actually
have sex,
have relationship, make love. I won't call it have sex.
Okay,
really.
make love.
There's a difference between sex and making love, as you know. Yes, I mean, having sex is you're just having sex for the fun of it. Making love is actually making love.
Connecting emotionally.
Mentally, emotionally, physically,
psychologically.
Well, yes.
All the
with the person. And I feel that if you don't have that experience before you get married, you might get married and find that you are not sexually compatible.
My question is, if everything else is aligned in the relationship, is it okay if you are not sexually compatible?
Well,
No. If you are in line in all other areas and you are not compatible sexually, there's a lack of sexual or physical intimacy, there's going to create conflict in other areas, okay? And so if this is a person that you're intimate with in all other spaces, emotionally, financially, physically, and then where you really needed that basic human instinct is not there, you're going to be tempted to find it somewhere else.
Apart from that, you know, there's something trending in Nigeria now. These ritualistic things boys are doing.
You don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us.
A lot of guys are getting into rituals, all these cultists, all these Yahoo boys and everything. So they are using girls' wombs and things like that, right? So some guys are even insisting on the woman getting pregnant before they marry the woman.
Yes.
So how do you make a woman pregnant if you've not made love to her before you marry her?
And you know,
Because some of
these
these girls don't have wombs anymore.
Marriage is not just see. I want to tell you now, and if you agree with me, please make the comment.
Yeah.
Marriage is not. Children are not the ultimate in a marriage. You understand? People tend to think that, oh, when you're married, you don't have children. I know if you want to go into the Bible, you have to marry.
I'm not even.
and prepare.
You know, I'm not even. I'm
I know
not,
you're not into
I'm not
that.
religious.
But
so
for me, the important thing is love. Do you love this person? Do you trust this person? Because for you to, as a woman, for you to give your body, because your body is your temple, for you to give it to somebody else, to another person, is because you actually solidly trust them to give your body to them.
Okay, you're going biblical this
No,
time.
not biblical.
Because I'm a spiritual being. I always look for the truth and the facts. Now, you're saying that it works both ways. The man too is committing, is giving a piece of himself.
It's the same
When-
thing. That's the
See, now you are saying
emotional
something about
compatibility.
children not. From which angle are we looking at it? Are we looking at it from the diasporan European angle, or we are looking at it from the
I'm looking at
predominantly
it in general.
African angle?
In general.
You see, you
In
can't
general.
generalize this
Why
thing,
not?
because if you generalize it, there are some people who will not go into any relationship, be it either marriage or without children being factored in.
That's what I'm trying to say. That should not be an issue.
Yeah, but it's for some people it is the ultimate issue.
Traditionally, in some cultures, especially some places in Nigeria.
Not even in Nigeria, even in
I
other
said
parts of the
especially.
world.
That's why I said especially. I know it's
Yeah.
all over the world. But what I'm saying is, in some traditions, they expect that once you are married, the next thing is they're expecting you within a year or two to say, oh, we now have a child.
baby.
A
Your
child
mother-in-law
coming.
is jumping down
Jumping
your
up
throat.
and down the place, you understand. But that's not what we're talking about.
Okay.
What we're talking about is, would you feel ashamed having sex before marriage? Some men will tell you that they cannot marry you unless,
You're a virgin.
not necessarily.
Or what?
No, the man would say that I need to know what I'm going into.
Now, the question I'm asking you is this. You meet Mr. A, you are not compatible. You have had sex. You meet Mr. B, something goes wonky. He goes. Your body count is mounting.
It's not about the woman though. Women can adjust. It's very easy for women to adjust.
Yeah.
Because they it's the men that are always looking for something that's
Yeah,
that's not there, that's lost.
but then a woman cannot marry herself in isolation. So you have to factor in the stupid or whatever call it of the man, right? Who doesn't want his woman to have a high body count.
at the moment that she goes past 3, but the moment she goes past 3 men are like, what? It is insane to them.
What do you think that grown women have been doing? Like, what do you think they do? That they just sit around and wait for you to show up?
That's what some people would like to think.
You're delusional. And also, like, what difference does it make? It makes no difference whatsoever. Unless someone told you, you would have no clue. Women are being hammered with that shit from a young age, and it makes you feel like you're a bad person just because you enjoy having sex and you've had, like multiple sexual partners.
And there are some guys there who would rather, for me, right? I'm way past it now. But when I was in my Shango day, I'd rather date somebody who is experienced
Experienced.
than date a
Yes.
virgin, because
Yes.
I don't think I'm ready to start teaching you
Okay,
the
What the man really wants in that situation is he just wants his family to say, oh, you have brought a good girl, she's even untouched, she's very, it's a very, I've never understood it, but I mean, it does happen. Answering her question would only come from an angle of the kind of man that she's going to want to be with. So it's not a general question of do men
Yeah,
want or don't want
does your
virgin.
man,
Yeah,
does your man or
exactly.
the man you want, does
There are
he like
certain men
virgins?
that believe that they just want the purity of it. In
Yeah.
fact, what will even happen is that they may not even touch you. They are sleeping with other women, but they want to keep you as pure as they want to. In my personal opinion, or from my own personal preference, I personally don't like virgins.
Let's talk about people, okay, that would say, oh, I want to marry a virgin.
Stupid.
And I want to wait until we marry before we have sex.
Okay.
You understand? Okay, the woman is waiting. The man is waiting eagerly.
Yes.
You understand? On the marriage, on the day of the wedding, after the wedding,
And they want to
then
consummate
the relationship.
And you find out that she's a black wall tunnel.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what that means.
Yeah, well, somebody.
find that
I'm
you're
just.
not-
I'm sorry.
you're
I'm
not
just being.
sex-
I'm just being
sexual-
nasty. I don't.
Yeah, but
I don't-
say you're not sexually
compatible. Okay.
What then do you do? Then do you dissolve the marriage? Of course, you can try and make it work. But
Or
what if
you
it's
find
not
out
working?
that there was this pastor's daughter who married this guy, and they didn't have anything until after the marriage.
Yeah.
And on the night of the marriage, he found out the guy didn't even have anything.
Imagine.
He didn't have any. He didn't even have an inch. It was just.
understand?
And then she started shouting at the father. They were pressurizing her to stay in the marriage. So
Yeah.
eventually, she just couldn't take it. So she came out, and a situation like that, what do you do?
What exactly? So that means it is. I think it's important for you, and we're not going biblical here. We don't. People can make.
It's a
their
human.
comments.
It's a human thing.
It's a new human thing. I think it's important, for your own sanity, to try and have sex before marriage. Try and make love before marriage. You understand? But if you want to wait, that means that you're going in blind. You cannot complain after.
You
cannot complain.
can't.
But I've seen people who actually
Going blind
go
and
in
then
blind and
it works for
they
them.
make it work. It works for them because this thing called sex, you understand, it depends on the couple. It depends on what they want to teach each other. Some women will not. They before you get married, when they're with you, a woman can pretend.
It's a state of mind.
Yes, can
She will
pretend.
fix you in the state
Yeah.
of mind. You will think this is the whole year
Yeah.
of the holiest.
Yes. But sometimes the men, if you're very experienced, oh come on, you can always get her to your standard. You understand? So I'm not going to postulate that
We
by
had
force have sex before marriage, but I think that it's ideal for you to do that so that you can get closer before you now take the step.
the world, with its technical advancement, knowledge, the digital world and the internet has changed a lot, because we were having this conversation with the director about somebody in America wanting to ban porn. And because what I know is that for every 10 young men you see today, at least 8 of them have seen porn. And a high number of them want to enact some of those things they've seen in real life. And then you now go into a relationship where you have not had anything with this woman, and then on the night, and you find out that she falls completely flat. Your expectations are completely off base.
Yes. So it's important for you to look. I'm not saying you should do it, but we're saying that I personally think that it's important for you to test the market before you buy it. Whether for the man, for the woman. I know that people might still think it's sexual immorality. People might feel that, it's wrong. Or the man might even feel like, how am I going to marry this one that I've had sex with? Because some men are that stupid,
So, you just use the operational word, stupid. You've had sex with her, and then you want to leave her. Then who's going to marry her? if you don't want to
Exactly.
marry her.
And that's what's happening. People feel guilty. Some people feel ashamed that, I don't think I should do this. I want to show myself like very holy and everything.
Mother Teresa
and something. And then at the end of the day, you find out that, this girl that's just been pretending like she's all that. Do it so that you can know who you're marrying.
Yeah, I want to buttress your point because, you see, it is good to have an open mind and test drive the car before you buy it so that you save yourself a lot of heartaches, headache.
The unexpected, some people have this unexpected expectations.
Mm-hmm.
So you're expecting
unrealistic
expectation. You're waiting and thinking, oh my God, tonight is the night. And then you get there and it's like, oh my God. It could be about your values and your beliefs.
It could even be about your libido not matching each other.
Yes. Some girls are so experienced that they come, but I know that girls, when they are quite experienced, if they go into a relationship, they help that man
to grow.
The men.
If the man is open, right, he's willing to learn. Because I have heard stories where you say, why are you behaving like an ashewo like this now?
Yes.
Right?
They're not broad-minded.
They kill the whole thing.
They're not broad-minded.
And I've heard stories where the girl has this expectation, the guy is saying, let's not do it until after we marry. And on the night of the marriage, the guy has something like an AA battery.
Yeah, that's true.
Now you have gotten yourself, you are practically painting yourself into a corner.
So, sex before marriage or after?
Sex before marriage.
Look,
I agree.
It's your choice. I say sex before marriage or sex after marriage, it makes no difference. The important thing is your emotional stability, is the relationship,
your happiness.
Your happiness. Whatever you want to do, please just do it.
But I still believe, right, in as much as I want to tell you to do what I want to do, I still believe that don't shoot yourself in the foot.
Absolutely.
Don't, you see that surprise. There are some surprises you cannot recover from. Because when you are married already now, you come back out of it.
Yes.
And you find out that...
And that's why they cheat. That's why some women cheat. That's why some men cheat. Because they're not getting it well at home. You understand? Oh God, she's just a nightmare in bed. They'll start sleeping in the living room, waiting for you to sleep. And then the woman will be saying, oh God, my husband, he doesn't sleep with me. Maybe they have sex once in 2 weeks or once in 3 weeks. But you're supposed to be having it every other day.
Come and talk of personal hygiene.
Yes, another thing. When the girl is out, when they're dating, the reason why you need to do this before is because if you wait until then and then you discover that your woman is
or the uncle wears one boxer for 1 month.
How would you know? But if you've started it, you know how to clean up after you. Yeah. You understand. I had a friend who told me that the partner said, no, you need to do something about your, I can't do this anymore. That was when they were dating. But then, when she started doing it, they still got married. Because she
listened and she applied whatever he's told her.
Yes.
And it's made it easier for both of them to move forward.
So, instead of cheating after marriage, try and cheat with yourselves before marriage.
Because
what I mean is have sex. I'm not saying that you should cheat with other people. I'm saying with yourselves, get to know each other very well.
And sexual preferences comes into it as well.
Absolutely.
Because the guy can be, he might like certain positions that does not sit down well with you.
Yes.
So before you actually
go into the marriage,
you are aware of it.
You're already aware.
So you know whether to back
yourself.
out.
Yeah. You understand? So we don't want to flog the issue.
The comments really, in this particular time, the comments really are of absolute importance to us.
So please like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe.
Ding, ding.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Ding, ding.
You understand? Hit the notification and make your comments. For us in the studio, we're saying yes.
Yes.
Yes. So if you feel there's no,
150%
this
yes.
is the opportunity for you to make that
Look
comment.
at our director shaking her head vigorously.
Like you are bad, the two of you are bad. But
We
we're
love
not.
you anyway.
We're just being realistic. We're keeping it real. Okay?
Okay.
Take care and God bless. This is TJ, this World Entertainment. My name is Sissy Jacobs. And
I'm Jerry Krenzel. I love you so much.
we love you. We
Bye.
love you. Bye-bye. Mwah.
Please, women, as long as your husband is alive, don't retire from sex.